do you do when you're afraid of this guy? You get over it. Now look, I get it. Most of us have some fear of the scale. I was terrified of it. Back in 2014, I've had enough moment, and I was bound and determined to get the weight off. But I was so terrified of this scale that I wouldn't get on it. It took me almost an entire year to get up the nerve. I was at the gym, I had just started going, and I was on the elliptical, and I thought, I've got to know that number. And I just got up the courage one day and I did it. And I'm so glad that I did. It was a turning point in my weight loss journey. But look, you're right. This scale cannot tell you everything that's going on in the weight loss journey. It's absolutely true. And sometimes this thing is gonna show a higher number, and the reason is maybe you're gaining muscle, or maybe you are just putting on some water weight, and it's not true fat that you're putting on. So it doesn't tell the whole story. And usually the number it's going to show you is going to be higher than you would like. But here's the thing. This guy is an awesome accountability partner. The great thing is he will never tell anyone else what's going on with you. It's just the numbers are between you and him. Now, you might be sitting there thinking, but I don't want to be a slave to the scale. And I get it, because that's the thing that I kept saying to myself. I'm not going to weigh because I don't want to be a slave to all that. But here's the thing. Once I finally got on the scale, and then from that day on, just weighed myself every morning, I worried about my weight less often. Of course, I still thought about it because I'm trying to lose weight, but it wasn't this constant thing in my head, like, I wonder how much weight I've gained, I wonder where I'm at with my weight. I knew exactly, because every morning I had weighed and I knew where I was. And here's an ironic thing. In 2014, I kept telling myself, well, I'll just lose some weight first and then I'll get on the scale. That way the number won't be so bad. But because I wasn't weighing, I could not tell if anything I was trying was working. So I probably wasted an entire year of just fiddling around because I was too scared of the scale. And here's one big lesson I learned on the weight loss journey. You have to start doing things you're afraid of. You have to start facing all of your fears. And fear of the scale is one quick and easy thing you can do every single day to just lean into discomfort. So here's what to expect. If it's been a while since you've weighed, maybe it's been several years, maybe it was several babies ago, just realize you're going to be nervous. You'll probably start to just kind of feel this sick feeling in the pit of your stomach. Your heart rate is probably going to start rising. You might even feel just kind of nauseous, like you're going to throw up. And then all you have to do is just, even though you feel that way, get up on the scale. And here's the thing, that number that you're afraid of seeing, it actually might end up being higher than what you're thinking it will be. I, back in 2014, thought, well, when I get on there, it'll be like 180, maybe like 185. And I really thought I was being generous with myself. But when I got on the scale, it was 222.2. So I was way off. But you know what? That instant that I saw that number, it was just like something changed for me. It was like, okay, now I know exactly where I'm at, and I'm never going to be here again. I'm never going to be surprised by the scale because I have control over this. I can weigh every single morning, and I'll always know exactly where I am with my weight. And so then once you weigh the first day, then just weigh the next day. The next day is going to be a lot easier, like by half at least. And then by the end of the week, it's going to be like, that's not so bad. And then by the end of 2 weeks of doing it every single morning, it's going to be like an old hat. You know that saying, do the thing you fear and the death of fear is certain? I have found that to be so true, especially with the scale. It was something I was terrified of, but then once I started weighing myself daily, it's just become no big deal. Which is not to say that I don't have my times where I'm like mad at what the scale says, but in general, it's just like an old habit now. Now, once you start weighing yourself every day, I would recommend that instead of paying close attention to your single day weights, because they can fluctuate up and down a lot, just keep track of your 7-day average, which just means you keep track of your daily weights each day, and then for the previous 7 days, you add those numbers up and then divide by 7, and that gives you an average weight. There are several apps that can do that for you, or you can go to my website and download my weight tracking spreadsheet for free, and it'll do the calculations for you automatically. So right now, if you're sitting there and it's been years since you weighed, I would encourage you, go right now, go into your bathroom, hop on the scale. If you don't have a scale yet, go buy one at Walmart. This is like the cheapest one they sell there, and that's what I've used this entire time. time. So I hope that this video helps you, and I'll see you in the next one. Hey guys, thanks for watching that video. ELWA Hospital in Liberia has a problem, and we can help them. The hospital needs 2 bubble CPAP machines for their pediatric ward. These machines will save dozens of lives every month. A proper bubble CPAP machine can control the pressure and make it so that babies can breathe easier. Nurse Margot Biggs has posted this project on DonorSee. Now, to fully fund these 2 machines, it will take $5,280. And the good news is they're already 10% of the way there. With each $27 donation, 1% of a machine will be funded. So if you'd like to join me in funding this project, you can use the link in the video description below. The cool thing about this project is that it's on DonorSee, which means that once this project is funded, we'll receive video updates on how the project is going. Now, if you'd like to help even more with this project, be sure to share it with your friends and family so that they have a chance to be a part of this too. Thanks for watching.